So the key is to be specific and direct to the target audience you want to go to. And if you're a beginner, or maybe you're in business but you haven't done digital marketing, here's the biggest mistake people will make. I've watched it for almost 30 years. I came on board in 1995 before Google. And that is they want to be everything to everyone, right? I have people come up to me and they say, Alex, I have a great product idea. And I already know they've failed. I don't want a great product idea. Alex, I have a great product niche, meaning I have a great target audience I want to go after. It's very narrow, right? And I want to go after them. Curves, which is a workout place that doesn't have windows so you see through it, because heavyset men and women who are obese are working out at Curves, right? So that's just for them. Lane Bryant, oversized dresses, for heavier set women. My mother's been overweight most of her life, so I know that lifestyle. I've never been, so I don't know, what that's like. But the fact is, when you focus on that, then you end up attracting people who are ideal, and you want to move away from the rest of the crowd. So be something to someone, not everything to everyone. Best example I can think of is an avatar. An avatar is the bullseye on a target. If with a bow and arrow, you've ever watched the Olympics or an archery competition, the bullseye is a circle and it's yellow usually. Then there are these other rings. There's a blue ring, a red ring, white ring, black ring, and it goes all the way out. Now, I'm not saying that you only talk to your avatar, but the avatar, your ideal client, is right in the middle. It could be ideal patient, it could be ideal customer, but I'm going to call it a client for now. If you aim at the middle, let's say you're not a very good archer, you may hit some of the other rings. Well, you hit your target, as in target market, right? But if you're just aiming and not directly at the middle, which is your avatar, you may miss the target altogether and you make no money, right? So the goal is to aim for that bullseye and then just hit the target. You may not always attract your avatar, but if your message is directed toward the avatar, you'll pick up other people, and that's the way that you're going to go after people. Find the common enemy, just like Apple did with the PC market, and then everything will be a lot easier if you know who to throw stones at. One of the things that most, not only newbies and new digital marketers miss, but even the veterans, is that pricing is to your advantage if it's higher. Now, Warren Buffett says that price is what you pay, value is what you get. So if all you did is add a zero, if all you did is just add a zero, so let's say you have a coaching program, it's $1,000. Let's say it's now $10,000 and you added a zero. Now that's not 10xing your business, as some very smart people talk about. That's just adding a zero to that offer. What additional value points do you have to add for that to be worth 10 grand versus 1,000? It's going to be worth 10 times more, right? So focus on value, not price. And the higher the price, the more serious the client, the lower possibility they're going to be a problem child, which is not a good thing. I've had 2 teenagers over my lifetime. I know what that's like. They're great kids, but they were problem children around a certain age range. And probably the most important thing is you need fewer people. You need fewer customers, clients, patients in order to make a living. So my preference is always to go high end and to shy away from low end. How do you do that? Add a zero and just add more value and look around and see what other people are offering at that price point. Most people won't do that because if they're just starting out, they have imposter syndrome, which means, hey, I'm just starting out. So what? Why can't you sell it first and then add the value later on? My first 100K sale, I had no idea what I was going to offer, but I was really inspired to come up with it in less than 20 days because that's what I had, because I had the 100K in the bank. So sell and then fulfill. So one of the biggest issues in digital marketing or marketing in general is the difference between a problem child and a non-problem child. Typically, it's low-end versus high-end customers, low ticket versus high ticket, but it's not always the case. So the easiest way to forecast if a client or a customer or a member, a student is going to be a problem is if they're disengaged. If they're disengaged, let's say on their profile they don't have a picture, wherever they may be, Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook, then that's one level of disengagement, right? If they constantly are asking support questions and they haven't paid any money, that's another clue. If they're completely aloof and disengaged and not interacting when you're asking questions of your group, wherever you may be, via email or a web-based app, that's another consideration, right? And if they simply just don't show up, if they complain, these are the people to avoid, and it's better to get rid of a drop of poison so it doesn't poison the entire glass than to bring them in because you think you may monetize them, which means making money in the future. So I look for engagement. A disengaged child won't grow up to be a good one. A disengaged puppy will pee all over your house and bite the furniture. A disengaged spouse will have an affair. A disengaged client won't make you money. So look for engagement. So once you know that you found the right target audience, the way to specifically take action and target them is look at the competitors and look at the reviews that the competitors are getting. Look at the complaints. People are what they complain about. So if people are complaining about a specific product with one of your competitors, and by the way, if you don't have any competitors, you have no business. You have no business being in digital marketing, whether you're new or you're a veteran. Your job is not to create the demand, which takes too much time. It's to rechannel the demand. So go to competitors' review sites and find out what they're complaining about, find out what they're saying nice things about, and make sure that you amplify what people really like, meaning bring more of that in your messaging, and then make sure that you're clear of who you're not. I'll give you an example. So in the year 2010, I did something with my good friend T. Harvecker that no one had ever done. There was no cloud. There was no way to put 300 people in a room online. And we had really obsolete web-based website developing software. Somehow we managed over 3 years to graduate and have 7,000 people monetize on 6 different continents. 5-day event. It was called the Ultimate Internet Bootcamp. And by day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, every one of them made money, okay? It was mortifying to me because I didn't think we could pull it off. We used WordPress back in the day. But the key to that is it was only for beginners. So the way I started my ad is I said, if you're a veteran and you're making hundreds of thousands a year online, if you are an affiliate marketer and you make 5 figures a month, or if you've been around for the past few years and you dabble with digital marketing and make good money, this is not for you. But if you're a complete beginner and you don't even know how to turn on your laptop, if you're completely confused of who to follow because there's so many digital marketing experts, and if you've never made a single dollar online, then the Ultimate Internet Bootcamp could be the opportunity of your lifetime. So a way to really dig deep on your target audience is first tell them what you're not, get rid of that and disqualify those people. That's a good thing. And then tell them who you are. And then if they gravitate towards you, you'll have the perfect market at the perfect time and you'll be the perfect vehicle. So once you know your target audience and you have your expertise, now the key is, does your target audience know you? And that's the problem. It's not who you know, it's who knows you that matters. In networking, in marriage, in parenting, same is true with digital marketing. So the key is to make your messaging so specific with your expertise that when they opt in or they decide to interact with you, they know what the next step is, and they're also going to engage with the community that you're building. So don't go for the money initially. Go for their time. If you win their time, the money will follow. In an area like a web-based app, let's say Telegram, before you even ask for money, get them nice and heated up so that they know that you're the one and they know, like, and trust you.